You, anyone listening at home, uh, Gabriel, can you tell me if you can hear me? Looks like you can. Looks like we got this thing going. Successfully connected. Okay, nice shot. Okay, perfect. Appreciate that. Thank you. All right, little late to the party here. We're having some technical difficulties, as all the greats do. But thank you for joining us. We got some ACAA volleyball action going on here at the G. Forbes Elliott Athletic Center. My name is Luke O'Grady, and I'll be bringing the action today. We got the UNBSJ men's volleyball team taking on the St. Thomas Tommies. This is a huge matchup. We got a net touch there from UNBSJ, giving St. Thomas the 2-point lead. Okay, let's break this down. St. Thomas second in the league right now behind USA. UNBSJ is fourth. I think UNBSJ clinches a playoff spot with this win, but they're very comfortably in that position to make the playoffs with, I think, just a couple more wins down the stretch here. So this is a big game for both teams. There's been some injuries, and the USA team's banged up. So the belief is that the league and the conference is wide open right now. So this is an important game. The last time these two teams met was the last game of the regular season, or the first half of the regular season for UNBSJ, and UNBSJ won that one 3-2. Rafise with a nice feed into the middle. This is actually, just by happenstance, this is my first game being able to call STU this year, so I'm not exactly very familiar with the players. So bear with me as I kind of remember these names and get an idea of how their offense is run and who they like to run their offense through. Nice chase down there by Valencia. Oh, I see how he did this. Okay. All right. Back now to serve is, see if I can grab a number for you. Nice spin serve. Oh, and Cam Willis punches that one out the back as the lead extends to 4 here. 5-1 to start the game for the Tommies. Great start for them. 13, that's Dallas Melnick, third-year outside hitter out of Crystal Beach, Ontario. Nice serve receive there by number 4. Or sorry, that's 12. That's John Benfica. It looks like they're doing the defense and yeah, they are. So they're doing the defensive and the serve receive libero role, UNBSJ today. So that'll be Benfica, and I also believe that we'll get Bargava as the two liberos coming in, alternating between serve reception and the serving side. So back now to serve is number 5. Oh, why have they done this? That's Jacob Tratch. That one's just going to get popped up as Siefker gets a swing on it. That's handled by Bargava. And they run that cross out of the middle, but they set the middle there, which is usually when you run that cross, you want to set that to the power. Or not want to, but that's just typically where you go because that's the changeup. Interesting to see McClellan go to the middle there. Nice rally going on here. Popped up by Melnick. Oh, what a touch. Gauthier. Oh, and Siefker, instead of getting a swing on that one, tries to go for the power tip and gets sent back. Big block there. Looked like that was number 9. That's Romanchuk. Romanchuk, the tall right side. He'll be given the powers of the UNBSJ. He'll be primarily lining up against the powers for UNBSJ all day today. Oh. Out. Oh, and overruled. And I agree with that one. I thought that was in as well. So I like that the refs got together there and worked through their options and settled on what looks like the right call. Romanchuk now back to serve. And into the front court goes number 11. That's Mason Brewster. Romanchuk can't find the court on that one, giving the point back to UNBSJ. So Valencia now goes to the line. with a score of 8-3 in favor of the Tommies. Nice serve from Valencia. I mean, that's an absolute bomb. It was like it could not have painted the line anymore. Like there was almost no contact with the hardwood inside the line. That was so close to being long, but I think it was in. And it's tough because when you're in the serve receive there, you almost want to let that go, but it just happens to come down at the last second and gets the point for him. Unfortunately, you kind of live and die by that sword and puts that one. Oh, thank you. Okay, sports match. Appreciate that. Well, you know, in that case, just the universe worked out the way it should. Nice pass there by Bargava. Gauthier out of the middle. That's a couple of times now UNBSJ's had some nice runs, but have kind of knuckleballed it at the back as opposed to getting that top spin on it. Romachuk now back to serve. Bang, that's an awesome spin. Great start for the St. Thomas Tommies, and head coach Henri Mallet is fired up about it. Henri Mallet is in his 8th year now coaching STU. Really building something special over there. I think he's got, I don't want to serve him short, I think he's got at least 3, maybe 4 in that stretch, which is pretty impressive. Head coach Dino Karatsios for UNBSJ, calling the timeout there, down 7 early. So far, you know, everything kind of going STU's way. UNBSJ has a couple of moments of shooting themselves in the foot. And on top of that, STU just executing at a really high level right now. And when you get those both going against you, it's hard to keep it close. Romachuk back to serve again. Last one out, he put together a nice little spin serve. Benfica in the game at libero. Ooh, and a nice coaching point for head coach Dino Karatsios. Ices the kicker on that one and brings the lead down to 6 as Siefker takes to the line. Siefker got a real nice spin serve on it himself. Fise, nice strong hands for the pipe, the C ball to Romachuk. That was an awesome run. We saw that run a lot from this team in the playoff run last year when they were able to, I think they came from the 3 seed, maybe the 2 seed, but knocked off, I think, the previously undefeated St. Anne Dragons in the finals last year. And Romachuk played a big part in that. That one goes into the net. That was number 14 serving. That's Nate Beaton, the outside hitter out of Fredericton, New Brunswick. Nice hands from Melnick. They give it back to him. Oh my goodness, and he drops the ball. Drives that one off of Gabe Powell's platform. That's a tough spot to be in as a middle. You know, you're very rarely playing defensive back in that position, trying to field hits in the backcourt. You're in for one rotation there serving, and the first one you do, you get a ball driven that hard at you. It's hard to handle. Ooh, Melnick controlling the net right now. Everything coming up green. Nice pass by Benfica. Rafize tries to get a little tricky with that one and push it to the backcourt. Ball had a lot of spin on it, and he slightly whiffs on it and pushes it out the back instead, and that's going to get the points back to UNBSJ. McClellan now to serve, down 7. This is a spot you want to be in if you're UNBSJ. You don't want to be down 7, of course. But if you're looking to make a comeback right here, McClellan is one of your more consistent servers, and also him being the setter going to the backcourt means that you now, for the next 3 or 4 rotations, you're going to have 3 hitters in the front court, which should help you offensively and defensively. So a good spot to be in. If McClellan can make a couple of these, this would be a place where UNBSJ could go on a run. Oof. And Romanchuk, man, that C ball. Nice serve from Fise. Good job by McClellan popping it up and Benfica being there to facilitate the next one. Oh, Valencia. Only really in that rotation for 1 point. He's usually a right side, but being that they're on the serve-receive position, they can't really ask him to run straight across the net before the ball gets passed. So he stays home for 1 point and slightly out of position there blocking, gets tooled by Romanchuk and gives the point back to St. Thomas. Fise goes long with that one, giving the point back to UNBSJ, now down 7. Got a lot of spin servers on the Tommies. Romanchuk into the pin on that one. If it wasn't clear at home, yeah, that snuck off that antenna on the outside of the, which lines the outside of the field of play for volleyball. That one into the antenna, giving the point back to UNBSJ. Now down 6. We got Gauthier serving. That's a good float, but handled really well by the Tommies. That's number 3. Number 3. I don't even think he's on their sheet here. Oh, here we go. They have a separate spot for liberos. Alex Fredrickson, 4th-year lib out of Winnipeg. Nice pass. Nice serve, honestly. That was just a good volleyball rep across the board. Nice touch by Gauthier popping that up. Stu gonna run their offense here. And a changeup from Beaton. That's a really nice shot. Kind of the mid-range where you roll it over but still put enough pace on it to drop it in front of the deep back defender but over top of the block. Oof, Melnick came with the heat on that one but puts it into the tape. A little bit more acceptable when you're up 8. Cam Willis now back to serve. Ooh, nice. Oh, they called the double touch on Raff. Yeah, it was pretty, it got hit by the middle so quick. I couldn't really see how that came out, but first official there calls that and gives the point back to UNBSJ. Thought that was a really nice pass from Fredrickson again. Beaton with a nice pass. Oh, man. The give and go. One of my favorite plays in volleyball. Making the pass and then getting the ball and then putting it away. Doesn't get much better than that for number 14, Nate Beaton. That one's going to go long for, why do they do this? Number 5, Jacob Trach. Valencia puts that one into the tape, giving the points back to St. Thomas. We're going to get some substitutions here. So Fise is going to come out of the game. And then to the game comes number 10. That's Tyler Wilson. They did the front court, back court switch. Okay. And then into the game for Brenton Romanchuk comes number 7, Tim Juvenin. Juvenin will be setting now. and they'll have number 10, Wilson, playing right side. Head coach Henry Millet Henri Millet, getting some looks at some different guys here. I know Juvenile played a lot last year and played some in the playoffs as well, I believe. And he's got some game, man. The Tommies are deep at center, that's for sure. Oh. Just out there for Juvenile. And that's not an easy one, stepping into the game cold and then having to try and do a spin serve like that. Just misses. Siefker now to serve. Oh, and that one goes into the tape. That's a couple missed serves in a row now for UNBSJ. Can't make a comeback doing that. Into the game, we get number 4, Tom Blizzard, former UNBSJ Seawolf. But he's been at St. Thomas now, I believe, for 3 years almost. I believe this is his 3rd year. Oof, going to the middle there is interesting. Going back. Oh, wow, goes power. This is a scrambly play. Credit to the UNBSJ Seawolves for that many touches in a row of just being out of position, or your middle's picking it up, or your setter's picking it up. Just grinding there. They're able to hold on and take that one, and leads now just 6. You know, it's been as high as 7 and 8 the last little bit. Ooh, look at that. Calls the double, and it's tough. It's tough. The ball, it does have spin. It does. And sometimes, refs will factor in the difficulty of it, and if it comes out even a little bit clean, maybe they'll let it go. But by the nature of it, that's a double touch. And first official, Jen Brown, all over that. Gauthier with a big spin. I wanted to give a little bit of a shout out to Powell on that last one. First time around, after he served, he got hit at by Melnick and went off his platform, and they lost the point. And on that one, Melnick hits one into him, and he digs it up really nicely. So credit to him for being in that moment. And the second time he comes around, he's a little bit more prepared and executes. Oh my God, that's huge. Oh. And the shrug from Valencia. That was a huge swing from Melnick. That was completely in rhythm, and I think Melnick probably expected to drop the bomb on that one, and Valencia sends that one straight back. Melnick wants it again. Oh my God. That's the doubler, man. Dude, I love, oh wow. Okay. That's actually really big. Low-key, that's really big momentum for UNBSJ. Even if they don't win this first set, that's like 2 moments in a row where I think they turned the game from being a complete blowout to having a lot more life and starting to play with some fire here, too. 2 in a row. Melnick gets blocked by Valencia, and then they kind of go back to him after another inside pass and say, here, we'll give you a second chance, and get sent back again. Kind of both straight to the shadow realm. So as soon as that happens, head coach Henri Millet goes, now we're going back to our full-time starters, and brings the original 2-setter and right sides in. That's up. Oh my God. Oh, you got to call a lift on that. You really do, unfortunately. Yeah. Captain Liam McClellan looking at the first official, Jen Brown, like, you got to be kidding me. But it's tough because you made a nice play and you were alive. But that's a lift. Timeout called there by St. John. Game felt and is a lot closer now than it was, just 2 or 3 minutes ago. So I like this timeout here from head coach Dino Corazio. It's not giving up. First of all, you've called the timeout earlier this game and got yourself a missed serve coming out of the timeout. If you could get yourself a coaching point here and make it 4 points quick, that's a win. And also, I think, you got to make sure your team's on the right page here and say, hey, we're still in this one. A couple of plays here, and we make a couple of serves, and we are completely in it. At the very least, you want to make sure that you're building that momentum into the next set from a set that at one point felt like it was already over. Nice pass there by Bengava. Ooh. Sorry, Bargava. I kind of conflated Benfica and Bargava there. Huge swing while I was busy trying to correct that name by Gauthier. Just goes straight hardwood. It makes it a 4-point game. That's what you wanted to see coming out of the timeout. That was a big point. Now just 4. A couple of serves here is huge. Oof. Just going to have to bump it over to Romanchuk. Oh, man, who goes high and hard off the top of those hands and still drops it in front of the 6 back spot. That's a big swing from number 9. Or sorry, yes, from number 9.
Please don't forget to follow @UNBSJ schools on Facebook and Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please stick around for our senior recognition ceremony immediately following the game. And a reminder that our friends at Booster Juice are at the entranceway, so check out their offerings for foodie chairs. Nice size foodie.
So that'll do it. Sorry, we're just dealing with some stream stuff here. Bang. Okay. Let's look at the lineups. Usual suspects on the UNBSJ side. No changes. Doesn't look like we got any front and back switches either. On the Tommy side, yeah, again, looks like the same guys we started with. So nothing different. The last game ended up being pretty close. I think both teams probably think that they have, they like their chances going forward. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Here we go. Rafise will be serving to start the second set. We got front hands for UNBSJ, 2 swingers. Those will be Gauthier and Willis. That one over. Handled by Siefker nicely. They're going to go back to him. Kind of baked the cookies a little bit too long on that one. I think they say it was a block for the Tommies. I'm not even really sure if it made it over the tape. Either way, Tommies will take the first point there, and Fise back to serve again. Bang, man, that's a bomb. But eaten up well by UNBSJ. Good swing by Gauthier. Oof. Fise gets pulled across, runs into it, gets his feet set, and goes back to Romanchuk out of the right side, who puts a great swing on it. UNBSJ having a hard time with Romanchuk so far today. Gisay tries to go with the changeup with the sand wedge. Unfortunately, that one falls short into the tape. And let's give the points back to UNBSJ. Now down 2-1, McClellan to serve. At the front court, you got Valencia, Willis, and Gauthier. That'll be one of the stronger lineups you get at the front court all game. You know, you're going to want to go on a run here. A bit of a miscommunication there. I'm not sure who was actually set. As it stands, I think Romanchuk tried to push it, maybe tip it off hands, and let that one go out of bounds. And now we're even, 2-2. Ooh, big block from Willis. Frederickson has a bit of a tough time fielding that one, just pops it up. Fisey comes and chases it down and puts a nice ball to the outside for, I believe it was Romanchuk. But Romanchuk runs into some trouble at the net there with Willis, who sends that one packing. McClellan now to serve again. That one off the hands as well. This one just going to have to get bumped over. Good job by Benfica getting the ball up. And Willis putting that one away. Or was it? No, sorry. Actually, I think they ran their play there. I think they ran an X. I was kind of too busy watching Benfica chase down that ball for them to me notice them cross over. But I think actually Gauthier put that one away. This one going to be a high ball to the outside of Romanchuk. Those are two clean touches. Feddersen with a big push. Ooh, dug up by your setter. Valencia tries to push one outside, but unfortunately just sends that one over the net. I don't know if that might be one of the first times I've seen Valencia have to step in and set. I don't know if that's typical of him, but just a bit of a miss on that one. And give the point back to UNBSJ. Or sorry, point back to STU here. STU now down 3-4. Oh my goodness. Melnick with a missile. Big block there. Yep, that's right call. Just skates out. So a nice little streak there from Melnick. Gets the ace and then puts the pressure on with the second one. And they get the block. Fortunately, that last one goes out of bounds. And ties the game up now, 5-5. Gauthier back to serve. Ooh, that's a nice float. I don't know if it was out. It was close. It was starting to slow down. A rare miss there from Romanchuk. He hits that one, that knuckleball effect where you're a little early, and instead of catching it over top the ball, you kind of catch it at the equator, and it almost comes out like a float. Yeah, see that one long. That one came out with a little spin. And when you're hitting a float serve that hard, that little spin will be what stops it from actually having that dive at the end and doing all that movement for you. So that one just carries long. Siefker with a big swing. Siefker got up on that one, man. He was flying. So 1 and done for Trach, who goes on to the bench now, and into the game comes Frederickson again. Willis to serve. Goes right to Frederickson. And a net touch by Valencia. Nice swing there from Beaton on the high ball across the court. Romanchuk now back to serve. Bang. Oh. I don't know. It looked like a panic. That one drops in. Really close on that back line. Romanchuk with a deep spin on that one. Walks away with the ace. And another. Ooh. Lift call on that one on the block. That's tough. When the ball kind of loses that pace and you're swinging at it, sometimes you don't even mean to carry it, and you do. Nice serve by Romanchuk. Man, the STU team has some great servers. And then Fise's, and then Romanchuk steps in and gives you that out of the C too. Lots of problems the STU team can cause you. Romanchuk keeping it up here. Ooh, his foot was close to the line there, but he kept it clean. Ooh. Stepping in. Sewell's going to run their offense here. Oh, Valencia. Valencia gets set back by Beaton, but apparently Beaton has a little bit of touch on the net there. Maybe, maybe the loose jersey effect. That might have been. Sometimes you got to tuck that sucker in. So Valencia now back to serve. Down 2. Bang. Oh, that's in there. Yeah, nice serve from Valencia. What do we got here? You got front hands for Stu, it looks like. That one goes off Beaton's platform, but Fise chases it down. Just going to get bumped over by Romanchuk. Popped up. I think this one has to go over. Nice job by Beaton just getting that one off hands. Oh, this is tight. Oh, my goodness. You got to get back in the game here. Wait, is that not 4? Oh, no, I guess off the head during the block. Oh, man, that's tough. Stu is hyped. Siefker got a one-hand block on, I'm not sure who it was. Maybe it was Melnick, maybe it was Fise. But puts it back off his head, but then Stu does a great job rallying and getting a swing on it, winning the point. Popped up by Gauthier. Good reaction there. That's not easy. And then Siefker misses out on, he kind of goes half speed on the first one. And then tries, last second it looks like he tries to kind of go full speed on that second one. And unfortunately drives that one out the side. Bang. Ooh. Powell almost with like the good miss. Didn't mean to tip it, tipped it. Valencia almost didn't look like Valencia knew what was going on here. Good job by Beaton patrolling the backcourt there. Popped up by Valencia. He's got to go over. Wow. I've never seen that before. That's in. It was close. That was in. Really, really nice run there. That was Wilson, I believe. No, sorry. That was Mason Brewster. Apologies. Head coach Dino Corazio is going to call a timeout now. Down 4. Been a close game this whole time, the second set. But this has been the largest lead of the day. Or sorry, this has been the largest lead of the set. So head coach Dino Corazio is calling a timeout, trying to get his guys organized here. Doesn't want this to get away from them. You got a good server on the other side coming at you, Nate Beaton. So you got to make sure you get yourself a good pass here if you want to side out. You can let this get away from you pretty quickly if you let this get to 5. 6, 7 points. So siding out here is pretty important. And for Stu, a couple of good serves here, and this can you can really start to put this one away. And man, the servers on Stu, like I was saying, Beaton has a really tough spin serve. Romanchuk has a really tough spin serve. Fisey has a really tough spin serve. And Melnick might have the best serve on the team. They have at least 4 of some of the some of the better spin serves in the ACAA on their team. Wow. Oh, that's off it. Yep. Melnick goes high off the hands there and drives it out the back. And St. Thomas wins a crucial one coming out of the timeout. Nice serve from Beaton coming out of that timeout. Really put the pressure on. UNBSJ just scrambled to get it over. Good job by Valencia to volley that into the backcourt and put the pressure on. But St. Thomas just comes out and dominates that first point out of that timeout. That was huge. Out of the game comes Nate Beaton, and into the game comes Tom Blizzard to serve. Wow, a great job by McClellan saving that one. Obviously, it's a great job by Powell putting that one away, but really, the ability by McClellan to stay off the net there, save that with one hand, and get that into the wheelhouse of Powell. Truly impressive stuff. UNBSJ winning a huge point, bringing the lead back down to 4. And as I say that, Seifert puts that one out the back. Lead now back up to 5 for the Tommies, 15-10. With Brewster back to serve. Ooh. Big swing there by Gauthier. But also a net touch. That would have been good if there wasn't, but it looks like Fisey might have touched the net on that one. So back now to UNBSJ for the serve, down 4. Powell, a pretty consistent float server. Okay, I like the refs letting them play there. That was close. McClellan getting a swing on it. It gets blocked, popped up. Wow, good patience by the Tommies. Wow, and a good like, I don't even know what it was. Maybe just a fake by Fisey. I think everybody believed he was going for the wipe, and instead just goes up with one hand and just basically places that back down inside the front court there for UNBSJ and takes the point. Fisey now back to serve as Romanchuk comes into the front court. Oh, wow. Fisey gets a little bit of the lucky break. Trickles over the tape on that one, getting him the ace. Lead now up to 6. He gets it again. But UNBSJ able to dig this one up. And Gauthier does a great job just working that ball to the back line. He's got some pop to his hands. Like, he just kind of slapped at that thing, and it came out with such good pace. Nice push there by the Seawolves. That one goes wide out the back. I believe that was Romanchuk on that one. Now the lead just 4. This is a nice lineup if you're Stu. You like having Fisey in the backcourt here with Melnick, Romanchuk, and Trach. They go high outside of Romanchuk. He drops the bomb, and they called it out on the sideline. No one in the building has a better perspective than the line judge on that. And those shots there, those hard cross right past the ref's face, are pretty much the toughest one for them to see themselves. They almost always have to go to their lines, people on those ones. Wow, UNBSJ is doing a great job blocking tonight. Set her out on this one. Benfica going to dish it to Valencia, who kind of like changed up the tempo there and rolls it off the tape and puts that one in. So now McClellan back to serve, and UNB St. John in a really good position. We talked about this earlier. This is a rotation they really like. They got a really consistent server back there, knock on wood, with 3 of their best hitters in the front court at the moment. Only down 2 now. That one high off Fredericton's hands. They're just going to have to bump this one over. Ooh, this one's, oh, but Valencia. Wow, not calling the lift on that. It was interesting. They got a nice down ball from Seifert, who saves it. Ow, but Melnick wins it anyway. And Blizzard comes out of the game, and into the game comes beaten. We got Valencia coming out of the game here for number 13. That's Henry Holland, first-year left side out of Courtney, BC. Henry Holland. I've been calling these games all year. I'm not sure that I've seen Holland come into the game yet so far. Interesting to see him play. Melnick with a nice serve, but eaten up. Oh, and a net touch by the Tommies. Gauthier powers that one out of bounds. But a net touch from the Tommies is going to give that one to UNBSJ. So Gauthier back to serve now. Down 2. Front court, now Seifker, Willis, and Holland. Ooh, that's a hard-driven float. Oh, they called, okay, let's see. They called Fizet in the backcourt. Yep, he was above the net. Look at that now, just a 1-point game here. Oh, yeah, darn. Into the tape with that one for Gauthier, who says to the boys, yep, that's my bad. Yeah, I had the last one he hit was really hard. I'm not even sure if it would have dropped in bounds, but it's one of those ones that was so flat in its trajectory that it's almost hard to get out of the way of. You almost have to play as a defender. But he hit that one really hard. So, I kind of had a feeling that maybe he was cooking one up. Wow, a big swing for Seifert. It's pretty well right in his wheelhouse. It looked like he was probably going to be able to get away with a big one, but denied by Romanchuk, who sends that one back to the middle of the court. Lead now back up to 3. Seifert passes that one. The give and go. Bang! Seifker's fired up about it. Seawolves showing some life here late. And they're turning it on a little bit, they didn't wait until it was 23 points like they did last game. St. Thomas just turning the corner here at the 20-point mark. And UNBSJ right there. Willis back to serve. Nice serve from Willis, who takes one. That's a huge play from 11. It's a huge play from number 11. And a timeout called by head coach Henri Mallet. So UNBSJ right in it, down 1 here. I think there's probably some, yeah, here we go. Before I introduce the teams, that's my script. That's how you know I'm late on this one. The Seawolves would like to take an opportunity to thank their 2024-2025 season partners. Culligan NB, UNB Associated Alumni, Centaur Products Atlantic, Domino's Pizza. UNBSJ students get 50% off pizzas if they do online orders using the code 50STUDENT. That's 50 student without any vowels. So it's 50 STDNT. That's 50 STDNT. We also want to thank Custom General Contracting, that's custom with a K, and Booster Juice, the East Point location. All right, so head coach Henri Mallet, and maybe even assistant coach Christian Christie, who has been running a lot of these timeout huddles. Get off what they want to say to their team here before Willis serves again. Willis puts that one in, but handled well by Beaton. Wow. That's a volleyball rep. Just a volleyball rep. A good serve from Willis. Handled well by Beaton. Fizet meets the ball there. Gets nice high nice high soft hands on it. And delivers it right into the wheelhouse of of, pardon me, Mason Brewster, making himself an option for him. All right, Juvenin into the game. Yeah, okay, we said the same front court, back court switch as we did last game. So Fize and Romanchuk will getting subbed for Wilson and Juvenin. Juvenin now to serve. Juvenin with a nice spin serve. Juvenin sets the back court there to Wilson. Dang, he was flying. That guy could jump. Tyler Wilson, first year player from Johannesburg, South Africa. Dang. Nice impressive rep there from the first year. Timeout called here by head coach Dino Karatsios after a 2-point stretch there from St. Thomas. Now you got to turn it on. You know, you're down 3 and only a handful of points left here in this set. You got to make sure that you and your team all kind of have the same vision of what those points are going to look like. You know, who you have hitting, who's in your serve receive, you know, who's serving. Make sure you have a plan that, you know, when you get out there, you know what you want to do. These next points are crucial. On the St. Thomas side, kind of just looks like a player-led huddle, really. Head coach Henri Mallet still sitting down. You know, there's some specific instructions Chris Christie has given to Wilson. But for the most part, that was just the boys in the jerseys chatting through what's going on here, and I don't mind that. I think, you know, eventually good programs. You want to have the players carrying a front of the load of the culture, and those moments matter. Juvenin now back to serve. Bang. Bomb squad, man. Rocket shot from Juvenin. This whole team, however they're doing, whatever they're doing for their serving drills, you got to sell that. Every one of these guys has an awesome spin serve. Nice pass. Oh my goodness, what a block from Brewster. Sends Powell packing. And that was a nice run, man. And that looked like that was right in Powell's wheelhouse. I mean, Powell's tall and he jumps high. I think you could probably even aim to try and find him a little bit higher than that. But as it stands, you know, Brewster says not today on that one. Another great serve from Juvenin. Wilson with the miss. Kind of gets the knuckleball. It almost wins on it, but it pops back over and then really gets the knuckleball on it. Sends it out the back, and that one's going to go to UNBSJ. So not over. UNBSJ, it's got to happen here, though. Holland back to serve. Nice hands from Melnick. Oh, and a big run out of the middle. Man, not a whole lot of weak spots on this St. Thomas squad. So just like that, UNBSJ down 2-0 early. This St. Thomas team came out to play. Getting really nice contributions from almost all the guys they've had to come to on the they've gone 2 or 3 players deep into their bench as well, and everybody's really been performing. We saw Holland come into the game in the last set for Valencia. Interested to see if that's going to be something they're rolling with, or if just, you know, that was maybe a look they wanted to see in a set that was kind of getting away from them. I think, you know, for St. Thomas is interesting. Like, I think Henri Mallet likes to go deep into his bench and try different looks and different things, especially when, you know, they've got a little breathing room in the game or the set. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe we saw, for example, Tyler Wilson staying out there in place of Romanchuk or something like that. But we'll see. You know, if they do that, they're kind of having to change up the way they do their front court, back court setter switch. So maybe not, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see some new faces or some changed up lineups here from St. Thomas. those watching, coming up next, we got the women's volleyball game. The UNBSJ women's team will be taking on this the Mount A Mounties women's team. Those two teams are number 1 and number 2 in the division. That's the game to watch. That'll be the best game. It'll likely be the best game of the women's volleyball schedule in the entire second half of the ACAA this year. Both these teams nationally ranked at one point in their seasons. Number 1 and 2 in the division. I think UNBSJ hasn't. It's been a while since UNBSJ lost, I believe. Although I could be wrong on that. I think I missed last weekend's game results. But previous to that, they've been playing real good. For a while, the Mounties were like 13, 14, and 1, and they had lost their first game and then rattled off 10 or 12 in a row, whatever it was. But they recently lost, I believe, a second or third time. So both that'll be a marquee matchup coming up next. That game kicks off at 8 p.m. All right. On the St. Thomas side, no changes. Yeah, so we got Melnick, we got Trash, we got Brewster, we got Beaton, we got Romanchuk, and we got Fizet. So the usual suspects. And on the UNBSJ side, oh, interesting. So Seifer is going to get a spell on the bench, and into the game comes Karsten Fielch, number 3. I'm not sure if that's strictly for a defensive thing or he'll be playing front court as well. And into the game, back into the game comes Valencia. So Holland takes back to the bench. Valencia takes a spell of the bench in the second game and now comes back here for the third. UNBSJ and McClellan to serve. Beaton reaching at that one, but pops it up nicely. Oh, dang. And Tratch on that one dropping a bomb. He makes himself an option really nicely. It looked like he took off really, really early on that one, and he kind of decided to wait on it a little bit, and last second, when he collapsed on it, it was still like it's so far above the net. Speaking of so far above the net, that one unfortunately wasn't. That goes into the tape. Fizet giving that point back to UNBSJ, even through 2. You got backhands, 3 swings here. If you're St. Tommy, if you're the Tommies, sorry. Go back here, yeah. Melnick with the changeup, popped up by Benfica. And Fields just going to get a roll shot on it. Tommy's running their offense. And off the hands there for Brewster. For Tratch. Melnick now to serve. Bang. Handled well by Benfica. Back to Valencia. This one's just going to get popped over, but Romanchuk goes and gets a stab at it. They try and run the pipe. Gauthier just has to volley it over. Beaton drives at it, but just kind of carries that one up the back. It looked like he thought maybe they were going to be a touch, but I think nothing seen by first official Jen Brown. That one carries up the back, and the point's going to go to UNBSJ. Willis now to serve. Nice serve from Willis, but a good pass. And a good swing. Man, when they've got him in rhythm tonight, when they've got a good pass and they're able to run, first tempo to Romanchuk, he's been hard to stop. Tratch now back to serve as Brewster comes into the game. Fielch unfortunately goes over on that one. And Brewster takes that one to bomb squad. Nice pass from Gauthier. Oh, maybe not. Valencia just tips that one over. Bit of a scramble on both sides here. Benfica slides in on that one. Ooh, a block in the middle there. Good awareness by, oh my goodness. Brewster is everywhere. Fields just tries to take a stab at it. Can't get it. St. Tommy's really controlling the net right now. Tratch to serve again. Run that one outside to Field. She gets a nice high hard swing on it. But Beaton does it better. Nice high shot there over top the middle blocker. Down to that hole in the defense. You know, if you're not able to get a block on that, there's almost nothing the defense behind it can do. It's just too hard driven to a spot where no one is. Oof. And then a really nice serve by Tratch, who beats Fields there. And a timeout by head coach Dino Karatsios. What was a 2-2 game really quickly became a 2-7 game in favor of the Tommies behind a couple of really nice serves from Jacob Tratch. Jacob Tratch, fourth-year middle out of Saskatoon, 6'8". 6'8". Jeepers, Murphy. You know, if you're watching along, okay, yeah, watch my foot, yep, yeah, okay. If you're following along, you know, don't forget to subscribe to all the Seawolves socials. It's at UNBSJ Seawolves on Instagram and Facebook. Or, you know, if you're watching this, you're already on the YouTube, make sure you subscribe. It tells me to shout out the Boosters Youth Athletes of the Week, but they're not shared here. But you know who you are, and we're proud of you. All right, so coming out of the timeout. Oh, we got a switch. We got the oh, no, we don't. No, we're back. Sorry. Try and run the pipe there to Gauthier, but a little bit of missed. And Fise called with a double. It's the second contact error he's been called on today. That's rare for him. I think he's got a really nice pair of hands on him. Very rarely he gets the dirty touches. They've been tough though. He's been getting low to try and pop them up, and that one he was pulled all the way across the court. But still a little bit. I'm used to seeing him get his shoulders around and keep those clean. Valencia back to serve. Nice serve from the lefty. Out, yeah. Unfortunate. That one goes long for Beaton. Let's give the points back to UNBSJ. But it started from a good serve from Valencia. Beaton was just kind of having to reach at it because of the speed, and they get a little bit out of position, and the hit goes out the back. Valencia takes a deep breath. Ooh, drives that one down the line. Romanchuk, they get him on the block, but the block goes out of bounds there. Aren't able to turn that one back into the court. Romanchuk going to win that one for St. Thomas. So back to the line goes Jacob Tratch. That's in. Yep. Great call. Tratch feeling himself right now. Or sorry, I apologize. That's Romanchuk. Darn, they got these all these guys, these tall guys with headbands. Nice serve, man. They go back court to Valencia, who drops one down the line. That's tough. That's a tough one. The line judge almost had to get out of the way just to not get hit by it. But first official Jen Brown there sees it as in. Gives that one to UNBSJ. And Filch now back to serve. I'm surprised that we have Filch in the game here over Siefker. I'm not sure if there was a string of things I didn't really notice, but I didn't think Siefker played bad per se. It could just be that head coach Dino Karatsios is just trying to get some different energy out there, whatever it is. Ooh, it's got to get popped up. Yeah. Just basically a whiff on it there from Gauthier. I think it tips back off the block and hits him in the noggin and falls in front of him. STU now up 5. Already up 2-0 in the game if you're just tuning in. Beaton back to serve. Ooh, far toss. But wow, man, chases that one down the line. Great serve. So Beaton now back to the line again. Receiving this, you got Gauthier, Benfica, and Filch. Nice pass by Benfica. And a great job by McClellan to keep it clean. Oh. Yeah, it's funny. You could tell the lines person almost like half called in there, and I think last second kind of realized that maybe she thought it was out, and first official Jen Brown was already on it with the out call, and I think it was. I think Powell hit that one just out to the left, or sorry, just out to the right. That's out. It's going to go to Stu. Yeah. Oh, she called interference. McClellan, the court captain, having a difference of an opinion. That's the way she goes. He was called for the interference, but he was claiming that was still on his side to play. Beaton now back to serve. Fields just stabs at it. This one's just going to have to go over. Over by McClellan. They run out of the middle. Man. Brewster and Trach have been the story of this game as far as I'm concerned. They have just been, the difference in production out of the middle between these two teams right now feels like the difference. Beaten back to serve again. Oof. That's two servers in a row, I believe, for St. Thomas that go out and rattle off 5 serves in a row. What was a close game is now, I think, the largest lead of the whole day. All the way up to double digits. 10-point lead for St. Thomas, taking a timeout here. Already down 2-0 for UNBSJ. This one's getting away from them quickly. If you're head coach Dino Karatsios, and even assistant coach there, Jacob McLean, you can see he's having some defensive conversations with his power and his liberos. So obviously some concern for their serve receive at the moment. It's tough. Like I said, this Tommy's team is phenomenal at serving. Just strong server after strong server after strong server when you play them. Like, you'll get Beaton serving like he is, and then coming up next is Roman Chuck, and then you have Melnick coming up in 2, and then after him you got Fize, and it's just a lot of people to deal with that can really put an umph on the ball. Oof, but heads up on that one. Credit to head coach Dino Karatsios for stealing a point for his team. Beaton puts that one into the back of the head of Melnick, who's laughing it off. But Beaton gets subbed out as well, and into the game comes Tom Blizzard. Back to serve for UNBSJ is Powell. Well, nice serve, but handled well by Tommy's. Powell lets that one go. Does a little dodgeball, and that one goes out the side. Melnick can't find the court on that one. Nice serve from Powell. Oh, wow, it's up. It's up. Oh, wow, it stays clean off the roof as well. To the middle there is crazy. This is a scrambler. We're going to get a power set here. Melnick eaten up by Powell. And Gauthier, but eaten up. This one's just going to have to go over. It gets a swing on it. That's crazy. That was the best point of volleyball in the game so far, without a doubt. It was really good volleyball played by both teams. That is just, dude, Roman Chuck. That's such a good play, man. Just fearless. That's not an easy play. That doesn't have the top spin on it the way you have to. You really have to hit that thing darn near perfect. And off tempo, coming across from the side, you never see it. Whew. Cam Willis with a nice one to answer, though. McClellan now back to serve. And that one carries out the back. A rare miss from McClellan. Fize back to serve. Ooh, and he finds the tape on that one. So a couple rare misses in a row. If you're UNBSJ, you can't really afford to trade You know, this is a situation where you have to start going on a run here, and that means making some serves. Wow. Good job by Valencia adjusting on that one. You could tell he wanted to do his typical 1-2 approach, but kind of has to do a run and go off one to chase that one down because it looked like Willis didn't push it to the pin as far as Valencia had been expecting. It's a tough situation. You know, it's not often that you ask your middle to be setting your right side like that, but good job by both those guys for making it work. Seawolves now down 7. This one's alive. Benfica stepping in, directing traffic. Dang. Couple in a row for Valencia here. The lefty. You know, if I'm McClellan here, maybe I'd ride the hot hand for a couple of sets in a row. I think next rotation, or maybe it's 2, but you know, when you're down like this and you need to build some momentum, getting one person going is a great way to start it. But a miss from Gauthier, and that's tough, man. You have to make those. Melnick now back to serve. And that's what makes it tough. You know, you miss your serve, and now you got to go through a rotation of Melnick serving, who's got a bomb on him. Right on cue. Lead all the way back up to 8 again now, 19-11. Melnick to serve again. Ooh. Seawolves catch a break as Melnick puts that one into the tape. Got to start going on a run now here if you're the Seawolves. Willis back to serve. Willis has had a good serving day, knock on wood. On the STU side, you got backhands, 3 swings. Fizet's going to have Beaton, Romanchuk, and Trach as an option. Goes to Romanchuk. He uses those hands well. Nice serve from Willis, but great job by the Tommies eating it up and getting an offensive run out of it. Ooh, a tip out of the middle from Brewster. And everything working for the Tommies right now. Some soul searching going on from UNBSJ in the huddle there. Although, did look like good communication. Nice pass by Benfica. They go back to Valencia. Another winner. Gets it off the hands of the block and then also off the hands of the defender, Fizet. That cross shot has been winning for him today. Valencia now back to serve. And a bomb, but eaten up by Fredrickson. And then Beaton comes through with the second ball. You know, you had your middle jumping in front of your setter there, and I think you kind of were able to get the middle on the UNBSJ side to go up and get the one-on-one block for Beaton on the outside. Goes right down the pipe. Big swing from him to take the point. Seeing the classic 2-person switch here. Fizet and Romanchuk coming out of the game. Into the game comes Juanin and Wilson. Fizet and head coach Henri Mallet having some talk about defense there. I think Fizet saying, man, I was in position. He just kept beating me. Because he was. You got nice touches on all those shots, but just wasn't ever able to get it up and back into play. Powell just swipes at that one. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Wilson really went up to get that one. Credit to him. He got put in a tough spot there by Fredrickson on a set. I honestly thought he was probably better off just leaving it, but it's so tough in that situation not to know. Wilson's able to get a touch on the ball, but isn't able to stop himself from falling into the net there. Nice job. That's a really good set there from McClellan, knowing his options, knowing, pulled away that much. He should be going, asking you to set power there is probably too much. Just going into the middle set there for the pipe. And a good job by Fields being ready. Fields to serve again. That one off Melnick's platform. Ooh. That's a couple of funny ones in a row from Frederickson there. And he gives his team a little, hey, that's my bad, gang. Fields now back to serve again. Still down 6. Wilson with a big swing. Melnick with the strong hands on that one. Beaten now back to serve. 23-16. Favor of your Seawolves. Oh, sorry, in favor of your St. Thomas Tommies. McClellan with the dunk. Nice move there. If you haven't seen him do it before, he can surprise you. It's not something he's been using all game. He comes out with that one. Powell to serve. Bang. Great swing there from Willis, who uses all of that court out to the right, considering how far he was pulled to the left. Powell back to serve again. Beaton has to kind of just take a stab at it. Wow, good job by Frederickson staying clean on that one. Honestly, I thought that was a recipe for disaster with how the last couple touches go, but he did a great job keeping that one clean. And Melnick just goes with the changeup, catches the Seawolves on their heels, and takes that one. Brewster to serve. Ooh, the little shorty float. Not an easy one, but makes it work here with only one to play. And St. Thomas Tommies come into the gym on a Friday night, give them a 3-0. UNBSJ falls 3-0, like I said. That's a tough one. The last time these two teams played, UNBSJ won. This time, obviously, as we watched, the St. Thomas Tommies come out on top. Just better execution, I think, so far today. UNBSJ didn't really feel like they were ever able to build that momentum and get themselves going. Each of the sets, it felt like maybe late they were starting to have a little bit better energy. But they always just put themselves in too much of a hole. And I kind of felt like the story of the game. Appreciate you tuning in. What time we got right now? We got 7:17, 45 minutes. We're going to be back with the women's volleyball. That's your number 1, Mounties, playing your number 2, UNBSJ Seawolves. Both these teams have been national ranked so far in the year, and I think they've only played once so far. So this is an awesome game. We'll see you in 45 minutes. Thanks.